Hey, it's Jack here, and today we've left Nevada. We're now in northwest Arizona. We're going to check out the town of Chloride, Arizona. This is an old silver mining town and the longest established populated silver mining town in the state of Arizona. Let's go around, check it out, see what they got.
Established in the 1860s, Chloride at one point had 75 operating mines and a population around 5,000. Businesses such as hotels, banks, pool halls, barbershops, saloons, and restaurants thrived. There was a railroad spur that came through town.
Came up from Kingman, Arizona, right here to bring people in and out as well as product in and out.
This post office was also established in the 1860s. It's the oldest operating post office in the state of Arizona. And next to that is the Russell Building from 1928. It is now an antique shop.
Well, the antique shop is currently closed. Well, looking through the window, looks like they have a bunch of cool things there. It'd be fun to come back when they're open. We can check them out. Well, this is the only gas station in town. Actually, it's just a setup to look like a gas station. You got these vintage gas pumps out front. One for a mobile gas special, one that's unmarked, and one on the end there it says Shell. Apparently they do have some BF Goodrich tires. That's a sign I haven't seen in quite a long time. And along the side over here is another sign that reads BF Goodrich tires. We have these railroad tracks that lead to nowhere. Over the grounds out here are wildflowers aplenty. And there's also these prickly pears everywhere I look too. This is Cyanide Springs. Gunfighters this way. Now, a couple times a month they will do a gunfighting show here at Cyanide Springs. Today is not one of those days where they have it, but they've got this mock old town all set up where they could do a gunfight. Walk along the boardwalk here, and as we find out, it's just like Hollywood. It's all a facade. Well, here is their saloon called Badass Saloon. Well, this is more like a practical set where you come in, sit down, and do a full reenactment of something. Now, amongst all the facades is this original schoolhouse. We have this plaque out in front of the schoolhouse here. It says the Unwin Schoolhouse, built by Gordon Unwin, dedicated in love and memory of his wife, Lori. Well, here we have the Arizona Territory Jail. This is a practical set. We can go up here. Oh, it looks like they've got somebody in there. Yep, somebody's all cooped up here in the Arizona Territory Jail. Next to the jail, we have the sheriff's office. This is another practical set we'll go on into. Oh no, looks like she lost her head. That's not good. Well, here's a building that says handcrafted leather and custom saddles. And as we look inside, it's just a storage shed. Well, here we have the doctor's office, spelled D-O-C-T-E-R. And to the right, we have the undertaker. The door feeds the same office. This must mean the doctor is the undertaker. As we come up, we can see that this is just a facade. At Cyanide Springs, they have a museum. We'll go on inside the museum. There's a picture of James Fritz. He lived from 1883 to 1979. He was the owner of the house that is now the museum. Talking to somebody on property here, they said that this house and this kitchen was used to provide meals to the miners. Well, on the wall here are these faces, and they say if you look at them, the eyes will follow you as you come across. You tell me what you think. Well, the Playhouse here was built in the 1990s. You heard me correctly. In the 1990s, not the 1890s, by a group who used to come out here and do melodramas. So their production got so big that they built their own playhouse for them to do their melodramas in. Let's go in here and check this out. As we come inside, we can see the theater seating. Over here on this wall is a picture of what they called the Silver Bells. That was a melodrama group that performed in this playhouse. And up here is a sign in memory of the Silver Bells. Sitting in what would have been the front row for one of the productions here. If you were sitting in the front row, this is what it would look like to watch the production. Well, this is the Mine Shaft Market, your local meeting place. Chloride's General Store, groceries, ice cream, beer, wine, Arizona's Route 66 souvenirs, and stuff. Next to that, and up in front of the market, we have these miniature buildings. Now looking inside this one here, it is pretty detailed, or at least it was at one time. Hopefully it picks up on camera. But there's a potbelly stove back in there, a few other pieces of furniture. And right out front of the store, there's some more miniatures. This one says it's under construction. Looks like a barbershop. I didn't film inside the store because it was like any convenience store where they had chips and pop and that type of stuff. There were a few Route 66 souvenirs, but not a lot to film. So I did not film in there, and it was kind of busy. It is the neighborhood store here for Chloride, Arizona. If you ride a motorcycle and you're coming out here to Chloride, this is Chloride Leather Company. They have antiques, collectibles, patching, and sewing. Currently it looks like they are closed, but they've got an assortment of cool things out front here. There's a moped right there. Chairs where you could sit out there. It looks like they have it set up where they could do a fire in the evening. They've got all these license plates along the wall. And number 1 Harley Davidson. Well, this was the welcome sign on Old Highway 80 from the early 1980s until 2018 at the Live Oaks Spring Resort in Boulevard, California. It's about 65 miles east of San Diego. We know it was painted by a lady, but the previous owner cannot remember her name. If you remember this sign and who painted it, leave a comment down below. Well, walking around Chloride here, I've built up an appetite. Right behind me here is a restaurant called Yesterday's. It's the only restaurant in town, so we're going to go check it out. Well, before we go inside, they have a lot of cool things to look at outside, like these old gas pumps. Well, here's something you don't see every day. It's the Southwest Bell telephone sign. That is a rarity. Payphone right here. Let's see if we get a dial tone. Nope, no dial tone. Cool prop though. Good photo op out here. Come on out. You got to check out the phone and get yourself a selfie while you're here. That selfie looks like this. And this is the menu for Yesterday's restaurant. This side they have appetizers. And they do have a dinner menu. Even though we're here for lunch, I figured I'd show the dinner menu just in case you come out for dinner. And we are here for lunch, so this is our lunch menu. This is the selection. And what we're gonna get, I don't know yet, but when I know and it comes out, I'll show it to you.
This was originally built in the 1800s as a stagecoach repair shop and a rest-over stop for travelers. Now it acts as a restaurant, and surrounding the restaurant is a motel, which we'll show you shortly.
Well, we opted to get the patty melt today. It comes with some fries. We'll see how this tastes. Well, the fries are made with real potatoes. They've got the skin and everything. They've added a seasoning there. I'm not sure what it is yet. We'll take a bite and figure that out. Their seasoning's like a salt and pepper taste. It's probably just salt and pepper, but it looks like something more. Well, this patty melt looks just scrumptious. We're gonna try this out next. I like the fact it's cooked just perfect, a little pink in the middle. Well, that tastes really good. The rye bread with the caramelized onion and the burger. Burger again has flavored with some salt and pepper. Not over the top with the salt flavor. I recommend the patty melt if you come out. Their burger's probably going to taste the same since it's the same type of patty. So their burgers are probably just as good as is patty melt. Now this is their trading post. You come into the trading post and pretty much everything in here is for sale. They've got these dishes, shot glasses, some artwork. Here are some other things that are for sale. Here's some bottles that were found out in the desert there. All of these are for sale. And if you don't find what you're looking for there, you can just look down below the shelf and find some other items. And here are some tobacco tins. Oh, and here's Prince Albert in a can. If you buy this, you can let them out. Now this is really cool here, this Rocket Racer. That is $40 for the Rocket Racer. Also on the shelf, this Mr. Peanut. He is a bank. And that price tag reads $12. Yeah, I think for $12, Mr. Peanut's gonna come home with me. They also have ice cream available, single scoop, it's $2.50, and each additional scoop is $1.50 of various flavors of ice cream. Well, this guy right here is telling us there's rooms for tourists. I imagine if you're not a tourist, you can get a room also. Well, if you're spending the night and not on a day trip like me, this is where you would check into the hotel. And when you come up, just press that button right there and someone will help you out. And if you're staying the night here, this is what it looks like. It's like a big horseshoe. You've got the rooms. They wrap all the way around. Well, here's the Gold Miners 10 Commandments. This is where you freeze frame it, pause your video, and you can read those 10 commandments. Have their freelittlelibrary.org. This is their pickup station. If there's a book you'd like, just come on here. You pick up that book, take it home, read it. If you have one to give back, you can give that back, but it's not required. Well, I hope you enjoyed this walk around tour of the historical silver mining town of Chloride, Arizona. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.